Tonight, Friday Night Heights on the SEC Network brings us to the city of Columbia, Missouri for a quad meet featuring 4 top 50 teams. Number 31, Ohio State. Number 48, Lindenwood from St. Louis. The 11th ranked Minnesota Golden Gophers. And number 20, Missouri in their home arena on senior night, the final home meet of the season. Along with former Missouri gymnast Bree Stevens, I'm Ben Arnett, welcoming you to the Hearn Center. A note before we get going. Due to the unique nature of a quad meet, we're offering 2 different streams today on SEC Network Plus. You're currently watching the SEC Gymnastics Missouri broadcast. This will be a Tiger-centric broadcast focused on the home team. But we have a camera on every apparatus, and if you'd like to see all 4 teams competing at once, go over to the all-team stream, tuning into the Missouri, Ohio State, Minnesota, and Lindenwood link available on the ESPN app. All right, now on to the action tonight. Bree, we have 2 of the top 5 performers in the whole country on the beam. We're excited to see Rambler and Who, aren't we?
Exactly. We're in for a treat. Not 1, but 2 gymnasts in the top 5 on the nation on beam. Expect to see some fantastic routines this evening on this event.
Rambler, number 1 in the country. Helen Who has a goal of notching a 10-0 on the beam before her freshman year is over, number 5 in the nation. So we'll talk more about that as we go on here tonight, but we're ready for rotation number 1. Again, you are watching the Missouri broadcast, where we will stick with the hometown Tigers. If you want to see the other competitors, go to the Missouri, Ohio State, Minnesota, and Lindenwood link on the ESPN app. Mizzou gets started on the vault. Bree and Sienna Schreiber will start Missouri, the freshman from Georgia.
Sienna's done a fantastic job leading off the Tigers on vault this season. Really getting the pace set for the vault rotation here. She'll start with her Yurchenko full and sticks the landing.
A stick right out of the box has to be huge for Mizzou.
That's a great energy and great start to the not only rotation, but again, the night. Here's that vault again. Really nice form throughout. Really solid stick. Not a doubt in her mind that she was stuck right in the ground. A little bit piked down on the landing. Judges might take deduction for that, but overall, really good start.
It's a Missouri team that is number 15 in the country in the vault, averaging a 49.100 as a group. And now Belle Gatula, the junior from the Houston area, will try to follow up that fast start by Schreiber. Belle Gatula with a season-high 9.875 this year on the vault.
Belle also does a Yurchenko full, has really nice amplitude, and another stick. The Tigers on fire.
Back-to-back sticks to start this. Couldn't ask for a better start if you're Shannon Welker.
That's something Shannon always focuses on, is really getting those solid landings. That's the easiest way to minimize those deductions in a routine, or in this case on the vault. Again, no doubt in their mind that they were stuck into the ground. Really great amplitude, nice body position. Thrilled for that landing.
.9.875 for Schreiber. We'll await the score for Gatula. Now here is Missouri's fantastic freshman, the reigning SEC Freshman of the Week, Helen Who. Another reminder, you can watch our fixed individual cameras on each apparatus and see what each team is doing in this quad meet, available in our all-team stream here on the ESPN app. Here's Who.
Helen also competes at Yurchenko full. Really nice job. Took a step back on that landing, so didn't get another stick.
The look of determination on Helen Who's face as she came down towards the vault. She is locked in.
The Tigers are off to a really nice start here on that vault rotation. You see that landing again. Slight pike down on the hips, causing the step back there.
who with the all-around title last week as Missouri was just edged out by LSU in this building 1 week ago.
She is an impressive freshman competitor.
And it's gotten better as the season has gone on. She never hit that freshman wall that so many young student athletes run into. Here's Cambry Brandt, another freshman.
Here's our first 10-0 start value of the night for the Tigers. Had a hop back on that landing. Unfortunately, didn't get that stick, but really nice job from Cambry.
You know, Missouri, you'll hear us say the word freshman over and over again because so much production from the youngsters for head coach Shannon Welker's team. 36% of the routines on this Tiger team come from freshmen.
Here's that vault again. Pike down. Her chest wasn't up so high, causing that hop back on our landing. And that's something certainly difficult to work with, having such a young lineup. You can lack the confidence maybe from competition from these girls. So that's something the Tigers have worked on, consistency throughout this year with that young lineup. Building that confidence and getting that experience in those freshmen for their future years and future lineup competitions.
One of the seniors competing in her home gym for the final time tonight, Morgan Porter, multiple-time All-SEC competitor. And in the lower left, a taste of what's going on across the Hearn Center floor. Ona Loper on the bars for the Minnesota Golden Gophers. And here's Porter.
Morgan will do a 1.5 here. Doesn't get the stick on that. A little bit under-rotated, so she couldn't get right in on top of that landing. But really nice job. She's really improved that 1.5 this year. I know Coach Welker has pushed her to upgrade that vault to the 10-0 start value to really help out that entire lineup and getting those increased scores with the higher start values.
And she notched a 9-9 last week against LSU as Missouri came within an eyelash of knocking off the Bayou Bengals.
A little form break there at the end. Didn't seem almost quite ready for that landing. Still something to be excited about.
Some score updates. Missouri has already notched a 9-9. Belle Gatula with a 9-9 here on vault. 9-8 for Helen Hu, 9-7-7-5 for Brandt, and Porter just notched a 9-8-5. Here's McCrary.
And the last 10-0 vault for here, 1.5. It's almost like she had too much power on that landing. She stepped forward out of there.
Well, she's had a great season in this rotation, a 9.925 for a career high at Alabama just 2 weeks ago, which helped her tie for the event title on vault.
We'll see that landing. She was a little crooked on the takeoff on the horse. Didn't maybe get quite the block she wanted. Just a little too much power at the end. She couldn't quite get that stick solidified in.
But a good performance by Missouri, 4 9-8s or above, with McCrary's score still to come in. Missouri hosted this quad meet a year ago. Minnesota, one of the top teams in the Big Ten, was in the building, and Minnesota just edged out Missouri. The Tigers off to a good start, trying to earn the victory as they wrap up non-conference home action before heading to Nebraska next week and then Georgia. One of the toughest schedules in the nation for Mizzou. So Missouri has wrapped up its first rotation. The hometown Tigers finished on the vault, but we've still got action going on the beam, the floor, and the bars. In the upper left, you've got the Minnesota Golden Gophers. In the upper right, it's the Ohio State Buckeyes on the beam, and the Lindenwood Lions from St. Charles, Missouri, just a couple of hours away, making the trip to Columbia and currently competing on the floor exercise. Lindenwood, one of the top teams year in and year out in Division II. And 48th in the country overall entering action tonight. And again, a reminder, you'll be able to see this setup on our all-team stream where we are featuring the cameras that are on every single apparatus at all times. So whichever team you want to follow, whether it's the Buckeyes, the Gophers, or the Lions, you can get coverage of all 3 out-of-town schools available on the ESPN app on our all-team stream. With Missouri having wrapped up, we will feature several of the out-of-town competitors, including one of our guests from the Big Ten here tonight, and the 11th-ranked Minnesota Golden Gophers.
Really nice form on that transition there. And there again, legs are glued together. That's just what the judges want to see throughout the bar routine, excuse me.
Minnesota number 10 in the country as a team on the bars. Lexi Ramler, one of the top overall gymnasts in the country, is a big part of that. And they had struggled a bit here tonight. Golden Gophers just notched their first 9.8 a moment ago from Salas ahead of Ramler, and now here's another look at Lexi Ramler.
Here's that dismount again, really nice amplitude. Ever so slight movement in that foot, so she didn't get the stick like I thought she did initially. She worked really hard to keep those feet glued to the ground.
Chiari Salas had just notched a 9.825 ahead of Ramler.
Really nice triple series up for Ohio State on beam. Looks like she's gearing up maybe for her last pass here. That was a stick over on beam.
Lexi Ramler notching a 9.875 from that bars routine you saw just a moment ago. Missouri off to a great start in their own building with a 49.200 on the vault. Anna McCrary was awarded a 9.775 for Missouri's last run on that apparatus. So 4 out of 6 went 9.8 or better for the Tigers on the vault, including a 9.9 from Belga Tula.
Really nice job for the Tigers. They carry that momentum throughout the evening. I expect a really nice meet from them.
We are going to take you full to the floor exercise. The Lindenwood Lions from the St. Louis suburbs into Columbia. And it is Lindenwood's talented senior all-around performer Ryan Henry, senior from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. 67th in Division I with her NQS. We are to that point of the season where the national qualifying scores are being tabulated. She notched a 9.825 just a couple of weeks ago for Lindenwood. You will enjoy her performance here. First pass.
Oh, a nice double pipe. Great control. Great open to the floor routine here.
Anticipation from her teammates, so key. Floor exercise, adding to the performance. Howard, a two-time All-American.
Double tuck as their second pass. Really nice control there again, too. Great routine from Ryan so far.
Scheduled to compete in all 4 rotations, as is the norm for her. All-around score of 37,675 last time out for Lindenwood. Here is her final tumbling pass.
Finishes with a round off 1.5. Front layout step out. Really nice routine.
Big cheer from the strong contingent for Lindenwood. Plenty of folks coming just down the road from the St. Louis area to support Ryan Howard and the Lions tonight.
Here's that middle pass again, that nice double tuck. Excitement not from her and coaches. You always want to have those coaches in your corner really getting into the routine with you.
Head coach Jen Llewellyn with the support for Ryan Henry. As the first rotations are wrapping up for Ohio State, Lindenwood, and Minnesota. Minnesota's all wrapped up on the bars. Mackenzie Chavez will be the final competitor on the floor for Lindenwood. Following up Ryan Henry. Henry awarded a 9-8. Missouri looks to have the lead after the first rotation as Minnesota is in the clubhouse, so to speak, with a 48-9-5. Ella Hodges rounding things out on the beam for Ohio State.
Starts with a really nice jump series to get her beam routine started.
Ohio State needs a nice score here. They're going to have to count a fall. 2 sub-9 scores and a 9.025. So a rough start for the Buckeyes here tonight. Ella Hodges trying to finish strong.
Yeah, certainly beam is one of the most difficult events to get started on, especially at away meet. There's a lot of pressure and nerves that come with this event. So really getting into that groove of the night can be hard.
And if we can try to recreate the environment a little bit. 4 simultaneous competitions. Noise coming from all directions. Fans from all 4 schools camped out in different corners of the arena.
Takes a lot of focus. Getting in that right mindset, making sure you're dialed into the routine, not letting that outside environment get into your head.
Mackenzie Chavez rounds things out for Lindenwood on the floor. It looks like Missouri is going to carry the lead into the second rotation. 20th ranked Tigers with a strong start on the vault as they get ready to head to bars. Let's take a look at the scores. Everything official for Missouri. Sienna Schreiber and Belgatula got Missouri off to such a good start. 4 of their 6 9-8 or better, and the career high for Belgatula at 9-9. We are awaiting the final beam score for Ohio State. Missouri will take that lead into rotation number 2 over to the bars, where they tied a program record just 2 weeks ago on Valentine's night. So a lot of momentum for Missouri. It is their weakest rotation numbers-wise, but trending upward. Before we finish up rotation number 1, an exhibition from Lindenwood's Nikki Bars on the floor exercise.
Started with their first pass, round off 1.5 to a front full. Slightly under-rotated, but really nice, clean form. Nice leap series there for her.
Update you on the scores from the first rotation off of our scoreboard in the lower right. Minnesota finishing up on the bars. And now all scores in and official for Ohio State on the beam. Lexi Ramler leading the way for the Golden Gophers.
Unfortunate fall there. Looks like she was under-rotated in that 1.5.
And Ohio State, unfortunately for the Buckeyes, having to count not just one but two of those low scores on the beam. High watermark coming from Hodges. And that will wrap up rotation number 1. Definitely a good start for the home team Tigers, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. If they, again, carry that momentum, really exciting energy here on senior night. Again, keep that going from event to event, and they're going to have a really great night here.
So Missouri off to the good start, the lead after one rotation at the Hearn Center. Back for the second rotation of this quad meet when we return. Missouri Tigers with the lead after one rotation here at the Hearn Center in this quad meet in Como. Along with former Missouri gymnast Bree Stevens, I am Ben Arnett. It's not just the final home meet for Missouri this season, it is senior night. And tell us a little bit about the emotions that Missouri's 3 seniors are going through here this evening.
Oh, it's overwhelming. You're just thinking about all the good memories that you have in here, the really exciting routines that you've performed, having your teammates back and all the fun that you've gone through. You've been through the tough times and the fun times. It's just all those emotions. It's a wonderful feeling. Sad, bittersweet.
Unfortunately for Aspen Tucker, she likely will not compete tonight with a foot injury. Missouri getting ready to go to the uneven bars for rotation number 2. But from the seniors to a freshman, and Missouri has one of the best young stars in the entire country. Helen Hu, who we've already seen on the vault, is the reigning SEC Freshman of the Week. Last week against LSU, she really upped her game to another level. She won the all-around and the beam title and notched a career-high 9.975 on the beam.
Just absolutely stunning. It's amazing as a freshman to come in with such confidence and week after week just nailing those beam routines. Absolutely impressive.
She has really made her mark on the beam, says she wants to get that perfect 10 before her freshman season is over. She has just gotten better and better as her career has progressed in her first year. These are the SEC Gymnasts of the Week. Trinity Thomas, the overall Gymnast of the Week from the second-ranked Florida Gators. Molly Korth in Lexington, the Specialist of the Week after a career-high 9.975 on the vault. And Helen Hu with her 5th SEC Weekly Award of her young career, the Freshman of the Week, after that top-flight performance against the LSU Tigers. Second rotation on the way from the Hearn Center. Missouri with the lead. The quad meet continues when we come back on the SEC Network. The hometown Tigers. If you would like to watch our all-team stream featuring all 4 teams, please tune into the Missouri, Ohio State, Minnesota, and Lindenwood link available on the ESPN app. Missouri on to the bars after that strong start on the vault. Sienna Schreiber, followed by Alyssa Sharametta, Chelsea Christensen, Holland Patrick, Morgan Porter, and Helen Hu. Shannon Welker, the 7th-year head coach of the Missouri Tigers, finishing number 17 last year. They've gone to the NCAA regionals every year except once in his tenure. Sienna Schreiber starting things out on bars. Tied for the event title just 2 weeks ago at the Mardi Gras Invitational in St. Louis with a 9.95.
So far, really solid routine from Sienna so far. She's really gotten comfortable in those leadoff spots.
Small hop on the finish, but a great start. And after Missouri got off to a great start on vault, they repeated on beam, or on bars, pardon me. Schreiber leading Missouri off on 3 of 4 rotations tonight.
Here she is on that dismount again. Didn't dial in. Couldn't absorb that landing quite like she wanted to. Really nice job.
Another good start for Missouri. Keep your eye on the scoreboard in the lower right for updated scores. Alyssa Sharametta getting centered, getting focused. Assistant coach John Carney. Their season high on bars, 9.825. Reiber with a 9.85 to begin Missouri's night on the bars. Missouri number 21 in the country as a team entering tonight. They're number 15 in the nation on the three other apparatus. Team averaging a 49.035 coming into this one, but trending up on this rotation the last couple of weeks.
Really nice release to start the routine here. Overshoots, light leg separation there. Judges will take a deduction for that. She's looking to finish the routine here. Unique dismount. Almost a stick. She had to hop just a little bit on that landing there.
First two in the books for Missouri on bars.
You'll see that dismount again. Really nice form out between. Just couldn't get the stick there. Coach Carney excited about that routine, as well as Elisa.
That brings in Chelsea Christensen.
Chelsea shouldn't be feeling as much pressure here. She's had some really nice routines to lead her off. She just needs to stay relaxed, focused in her routine, and just go out there like she would in practice.
Season and career high of 9.850 for Christensen on the bars.
Giant full to her release. Really great job. Short on that handstand ever so slightly with a little bit of leg separation there. Nice giant full, right into a double tuck. And again, another little hop on these landings. Judges will take deductions for those, and that's kind of where you can really lose your scores, is those minor deductions as a hop. So that's why those sticks are so important.
Take another look at Christensen here.
Really nice release to start with Tkachev. We would like to see a little bit more amplitude over the bar on that, but still a nice release from her. Here's that double tuck again. Again, couldn't really absorb and sink into that landing and get the stick.
That brings in Holland Patrick. Mentioned how much Missouri has relied on youngsters and freshmen this year. This is Patrick's first competition on the bars this season.
A new face into the lineup. Exciting to see. Hopefully she can hit that routine like she's been working to do to get into this lineup spot. It's that always constant competition of competing with your teammates to get into that one of those 6 lineup spots.
There's Missouri missing Aspen Tucker tonight, out with injury. So a chance for the freshman to step in and step up.
Really nice start so far.
On the Loper on the beam in the bottom left corner for Minnesota as well.
Really got that handstand there at the end. To a double layout. Really nice job from Holland.
How do you manage those emotions, those butterflies, that energy? We talked about the environment tonight. It is a unique setup with the quad meet, and to go out there in your debut and deal with all of that and perform the way she just did.
It's all about mental toughness, really getting into that mental routine, picturing yourself going throughout the routine. That was something that always helped me, visualizing that routine, really feeling confident in yourself, taking deep breaths, relaxing, not letting the outside factors get into your head, take control.
Another look at the freshman Holland Patrick.
Here's that nice double layout again. Sees the landing but can't get that stick.
So from the true freshman for Missouri to the experienced senior competing in the Hearn Center for the final time tonight, it's Morgan Porter. What a journey she's been on here at the University of Missouri. Freshman of the year in the SEC, her first season. She's battled injury, uncertainty. Come back for a more than solid senior season, multiple time all-conference selection in the most competitive gymnastics league in the land.
Really nice handstand to start her routine here. Great release move. Working on getting those handstands all the way to vertical. A little shaky on that overshoot there. Looks like she almost lost it. Gearing up for her dismount here. She'll have a blind landing. Wasn't able to get that stick. She had maybe just a little bit over rotation coming in. Couldn't find that landing. A really nice routine from Morgan.
Her story has been one of perseverance throughout her career. Had the chance to talk to her a few weeks ago. And when she was coming back from that injury a couple of years ago, I think every athlete probably has this when they're coming back from a major injury like she had with the Achilles. You wonder if you're going to make it. You get halfway through that rehab or so, she was able to push through. And here she is competing as one of the best in the SEC as a senior.
It's certainly tough. It's a really difficult time to battle and adverse against a really tough injury, especially an Achilles. You have a lot to come back with, a lot of strength and progress to come back on. It's tough.
That injury, among any other for a gymnast, it doesn't matter which apparatus you're on. To land the way you have to land consistently, it doesn't matter whether it's vault, beam, bars, floor. To be coming off an Achilles, there's got to be so much uncertainty as you battle back.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, it's a little nerve-wracking. Are you strong enough to take that landing again? But if you trust and believe in yourself and you're training really hard, and I think as Morgan has, there shouldn't be a doubt in that.
And now back to the kids. The freshman, Helen Hu.
A jam-packed routine from Helen. One release after another. So far, nailing everything here. Toe full, right into a double tuck.
Call that a stick?
Not quite. She had a little feet movement there. Unfortunately, Missouri couldn't get those sticks here on the bar rotation, but really nice routines overall. I think they did a good job carrying that momentum over from vault onto this next rotation here on bars.
Solid effort, I'd say, from Missouri on bars. A couple of 9.75s from Christensen and Patrick, but other than that, 9.8s and above, and you've got to think Helen Hu's going to join the 9.8 club here.
A little rushed on that giant full, so deduction might be taken by the judges there. You'll see that left foot did step back, so not a stick, unfortunately, but the effort certainly looked like it was there.
Love the way Helen Hu just attacks every single rotation with athleticism, speed. She doesn't hold back, does she?
No emotion on her face. She's as cool as a cucumber. It's amazing.
9.875 for Helen Hu. So 4 9-8 or better scores for Missouri and a couple of 9.75s. The Tigers look to maintain their lead here. Over to the beam with Minnesota. Tiari Salais. While we enjoy the routine from Salais, she finishes off.
Fighting for that stick there at the end. We'll see if the judges give that to her.
We'll give a little tease here that Lexi Rambler, the top beam performer in the nation, is coming up in moments for the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Tail end of an exhibition for Missouri. Again, that was an exhibition for the Tigers, will not count in their scoring.
As we've touched on before, that's a really great opportunity for athletes who aren't in the main lineup to get experience, really build that confidence, solidify that routine, and fight for that lineup spot.
So here is the #1 beam performer in the country. She's got a pair of perfect 10s this season. An NQS of 9.970, #1 in the country, Lexi Rambler.
The beam queen herself.
When we talk about Helen Hu shooting for that perfect 10, this is what she's shooting for. She wants to be the next Lexi Rambler.
Certainly attainable from Helen. You'll see Lexi has really nice execution. Great form all the way through the end of her toes. Beautiful toe point. You can tell already she's just extremely confident up on the beam.
A rare wobble.
Unusual, but really nice series other than the wobble there. Great form. Front aerial into a wolf jump. Look of determination on her face that she's not going to let anything else happen in this beam routine. Really nice jump series Lexi had just a moment ago. Finishes with an aerial into a full, really nice stick at the end. Strong finish to her routine.
And that wraps things up for Minnesota on the beam. Let's take another look. Lexi Rambler.
Looks like her shoulders and her footing was ever so slightly off, creating that wobble there for her. Really nice finish again to that routine.
But that's what the greats do, isn't that right?
Exactly.
Move on past the mistake, yeah.
Yep, bounce back from that minor mistake in the routine. Don't let anything get in the way of finishing strong.
So that will wrap things up on the beam for Rambler and Minnesota. Claire Gagliardi, the anchor for Ohio State on the floor exercise, as the Buckeyes finish up their second rotation.
Having a ton of fun in her floor routine, you can see here. Lots of facial expressions. Looking for some crowd and team involvement.
Solid rotation for the Buckeyes here on the floor. 4 9/8s or better in the first 5 competitors. And now Gagliardi closing things out for OSU.
Just what they needed after that rough start on the beam rotation. Can't let that affect you in the rest of the meet. Finishes really nice double tuck. Great control. What a fun routine to watch.
So Ohio State finishes up on the floor. Good strong rotation for the Buckeyes as they wrap up rotation number 2 and head to rotation number 3. As for Minnesota, it was a 9.825 for Rambler on the beam. So we take another look. Claire Gagliardi.
There's that double tuck again. You'll see really nice control. Knew right where she was. Took that step back that you're allowed there. Finishing a great routine and rotation for the Buckeyes.
We are going to have an exhibition for Ohio State on the floor exercise as Gagliardi registers a 9.8. So 5 of the 6 for Ohio State on the floor went 9.8 or better. This is Brooke Chesney, an exhibition for Ohio State on the floor.
Getting ready for her first pass here. To start, really nice job.
Chesney is a junior. She's competed on the floor 3 times this year for OSU, a season high 9-6 back in the season opener against North Carolina State. Again, this is an exhibition.
Unfortunate fall there. She was under-rotated on that punch front full. Looks like she didn't have a great punch to that front full, leading to that mistake there in the end.
Floor scores are in for the Buckeyes. Solid. Bonzo Hodges, 9.825, 9.85s for Hankins and Apley. Gagliardi with a 9.8. Adamski, the only sub 9.8 score. Minnesota on the beam. 9.2 from Ivy Liu, unfortunate there. Missouri, as we mentioned, solid on the bars, top to bottom. Missouri Tigers maintain their lead over Lindenwood, Minnesota, and Ohio State. We'll take a break. Rotation number 3 is on the way to the Hearn Center in Columbia. The lead after 2 rotations. We are halfway at home at the Hearn Center. Along with former Missouri gymnast Bree Stevens, I'm Ben Arnett. Think of one word to describe Missouri so far. I'd say it'd be solid. They have been solid top to bottom first 2 rotations.
Rock solid. They're having a great night. Really good start on vault. That continued on to bars, and I imagine that's going to continue on to beam and floor as well.
Yeah, beam arguably Missouri's strongest apparatus, so we're looking forward to that here in the next rotation. Let's take a look at the best of the best from all 4 schools here in this quad meet in the first 2 rotations. We start with Belgatula, a career-high 9.9 on vault.
An absolutely solid stick. There was no doubt about that stick.
Minnesota's Lexi Rambler, arguably the best all-around gymnast in the building tonight.
Another beautiful clean routine from her.
9.875 on the bars. Ella Hodges on the beam for OSU. She scored a 9.750 and a 9.8 on floor for Lindenwood's Ryan Henry.
Routine full of sass. That was a fun one to watch.
On to rotation number 2, Missouri's Helen Hu, the reigning SEC Freshman of the Week with a 9.875. Meanwhile, for Minnesota on the beam, Anna Loper, a 9.875.
Another beautiful beam worker.
Olivia Apley with a 9.85 to pace Ohio State on the floor.
Just one of those solid routines from Ohio State on that floor rotation.
9.825 for Leah Lehman on the Lindenwood vault rotation. She was fired up for that one. Missouri has the lead. Rotation number 3 when we come back to the Hearn Center in Columbia. It is time for rotation number 3 in Columbia, Missouri. The 20th ranked Missouri Tigers in their home gym for the final time this season. They had the lead halfway through this quad meet with Lindenwood, Minnesota, and Ohio State. Helen Hu, one of the best in the country on the beam. That is where Missouri is headed next. We just saw Lexi Ramler moments ago, the #1 performer on the beam in the country. Helen Hu is number 5. Here are the team ranks for all 4 schools here tonight, including Minnesota, number 4 in the nation on the beam. That's just where they wrapped up moments ago. They're headed to the floor exercise next, where they're number 19. Missouri, number 15 in the nation in 3 of the 4 rotations. But as we mentioned, bars is where they're getting better as the season ends. But, you know, Bree, beam has always been good in Missouri. The last several years, of course, under Casey Jo McPherson.
I would agree. They're just confident. They get up there, kill those routines, do it with confidence. Casey Jo, also a beam master herself, so I wouldn't expect anything less from a Missouri beam team.
Former All-American at Arkansas, has been on Shannon Welker's staff from day 1. She always provides so much enthusiasm and encouragement to her athletes, in addition to all of the technical expertise and coaching that they get every day in the gym. It's Sienna Schreiber leading off the 3rd straight rotation for Mizzou.
You always need that one gymnast who feels really comfortable in that leadoff spot. It can be really tough being in the first or the last position. You have a lot of pressure in both positions. You set that tone for the event when you're in that leadoff position.
Schreiber, season and career high on beam, 9.850.
So far, a really nice routine from Sienna. I saw a slight bobble in her leap series. I believe it was there.
But it's so impressive for a freshman like Schreiber to have the poise that you have to start off so often.
Great start from Missouri on beam there.
And that will wrap up the night for Schreiber as far as leadoff goes. She's scheduled 2nd in the floor exercise.
Here's her 1.5, punch 1.5 dismount. She had her chest down just a little bit. Slight movement and her feet there at the end, so not a stick. But again, really great leadoff for Missouri on beam.
Goes right into Morgan Porter. Currently a 9.6 national qualifying score this season. Again, if you're unfamiliar with the NQS, top 6 scores, half at home, half away from home.
Morgan is a really solid competitor on this event, though sometimes I think the nerves can get to her and doesn't have quite the confidence that she would hope to have when she's competing.
Breath from Porter.
Porter has a unique little chalk carpet square, I guess you could call it, that she carries around with her. You'll see she coats her feet and hands in her before she gets ready to go up on the beam. One of her routines, getting into her routine, so to say.
All about consistency.
Starts with a unique mount, showing off that strength she has as an athlete.
And has always had. She's been a powerful performer from day 1.
No doubt about that. Slight bobble on her full turn there. Front aerial right into a back tuck. Another little bobble there.
And another good recovery.
Here, Morgan just needs to take a deep breath, really get relaxed into her routine. Do another front toss here. Nice job, that was solid. We'll finish off with a round off 1.5. So a couple bobbles, didn't get the stick at the end. But again, Missouri doing a nice job keeping that momentum coming from the other events here.
9.775 for Schreiber. And we will await the score for Morgan Porter.
Really nice connection here. Drops that left shoulder ever so slightly out of that back tuck. And here's her dismount again, you'll see. Opens up, wasn't ready for that landing to get the stick.
She's had a great senior season. She's averaging 39.433 in the all-around her last 3 meets, so a lot of momentum being carried into this evening tonight. Anna McCrary now on the beam. She's coming off a career high last week against LSU, a 9.85.
It's been really exciting to watch Hannah really come into her role into these lineups. She was out last year with an injury, so we didn't get to see as much of her. She's done a really nice job coming in, doing great routines for Missouri Tigers.
She follows up back-to-back 9.775 from Schreiber and Porter. Missouri hoping for their first 9.8 or better here on the beam.
Going for a backhand spring step out, layout step out. Really nice job. Really nice full turn. For a jump series here. Feeling relieved that she's done a really nice job so far in this routine, just looking for a really good, strong finish. Finish this up. She'll do a gainer pike. Small step back. And a big smile with a nice routine.
Carried a career high 9.850 into this one. Nice pat on the back from head coach Shannon Welker here tonight.
Here's that series again. Really nice form throughout. Solid, no movement on that landing. There's that dismount again. Let's take that slight step back. Feet were coming under. They weren't quite under where she needed to be in that seated position.
I'll bring in Elisa Sharametta. Mizzou fans familiar with her story at this point. Native of New York, started her career last year at the University of Illinois Chicago. The program for both the women's and the men's was canceled after last year. No more gymnastics at UIC. And she has found a home in Columbia, Missouri.
An unfortunate circumstance, but Missouri is certainly thrilled to have her. She's a beautiful competitor. Really nice gymnastics, super graceful.
Prairie with a 9.825, so that's positive for Missouri after the 9.775s to start the beam. Sharametta trying to continue the momentum started by McCrary.
She's had one balance check or so far. also does a gainer pike dismount. Similar to Hannah's dismount, her feet just came underneath her just a little too much, more so in her case than Hannah's, therefore wasn't able to get in that seated position to obtain that stick. Here we'll see it from a different angle. You see those feet come in front of her when you want it to be directly underneath you. One more time. Still a great routine there from Elisa.
Well, Ohio State was great on the vault. Alexis Edwards among them. She got pushed into the lineup from alternate to full competition. And as we see the replay, a 9.925 in her first ever college vault.
Beautiful Yurchenko full. Nice stuck landing. Teammates just swarming her with hugs and excitement.
Ohio State great on the vault overall. A team score of 49.350 for the Buckeyes. You saw the knee brace for Edwards coming off of injury and emotional in addition to the high score.
Bell having a slight bobble there on her triple series.
This is Bell Gatula. Had a 9.925 recently at Auburn on a night when Missouri notched a 49.425 as a team.
An incredible beam rotation. Split jump into a split three-quarter. She's getting ready here for her dismount. She'll do a cartwheel gainer into a full.
Score updates coming in at the scoreboard in your lower right. Anna Loper with a 9.9 for Minnesota on the floor.
Here you'll see that series bobble again. Shoulders were slightly off. She wasn't able to maintain that form directly over top of the beam, which is the goal there. Here's her dismount. She was just slightly under-rotated. She tried to fight for that stick, just couldn't get on top of herself there to get that.
Missouri just a little off on the beam here tonight. Only one score of 9.8 or better to this point. This is where the Tigers turn to their young top performer, the freshman. The words of encouragement from Casey Jo McPherson, number 5 in the country, Helen Hu. 9.975 1 week ago against LSU. 5th highest NQS in the country in Division I.
Not only are her skills impeccable, she offers a lot of unique items throughout the routine, as you saw there in her mouth. Really nice back handspring step out, layout, step out. Switch leap right into a split jump. Full turn, brings that leg all the way up. That's not something you typically see in college gymnastics. Another uniqueness in her routine. One of my favorite parts, that front aerial to the one leg through. Right up into another flexibility piece. And of course, finishing with a unique dismount as well. The Valdez. Right into the gainer full. Sticks it.
Wow.
This just might be that 10.
Have we seen history? Helen Hu, just a freshman. Her teammates encouraging the judges. Will we see a 10?
Absolutely incredible.
On a night where you've got Lexi Rambler, who has notched 2 perfect 10s in her career in the building. Big hug from Shannon Welker. Hard to imagine it getting much better than that from Helen Hu. We know what the fans think. We'll wait to see what the judges think.
Teammates waiting in anticipation there.
Let's take another look.
Beautiful connection of that front aerial right into the beat jump. And then again, right into that front aerial, onto one leg, pulls it through, lifts it up, and then brings her leg up again.
Not quite the 10 she was looking for, a 9.975 for Helen Hu.
Just short, but still an incredible routine.
And back-to-back weeks with a 9.975 on the beam for Helen Hu. This is Holland Patrick with an exhibition for Missouri. We saw her make her college debut earlier tonight with a 9.75 on the bars. And the crowd at the Hearn Center just told of the 9.975 score for Helen Hu. Nice reaction for her. And an important score for Missouri as Minnesota came up big on the floor exercise with a team score 49-275 to take the lead. But just by 25 1/100ths of a point over Mizzou. So this is close as we head to the final rotation. Minnesota just edged Missouri in this building a year ago. The Tigers and the Gophers neck and neck once again.
Fights for that landing there. Really nice job from Holland on that exhibition routine.
A strong finish for her after she had a couple of wobbles early on. Got that confidence back, and good to have a finish like that. Good performance in an exhibition run under the bright lights, although tough to follow up after what Helen Hu just did.
Here's that dismount again. See her fighting for that landing. Oh, she's grabbing really hard with those toes. She had that slight shift though.
That wraps things up for Missouri. Exhibition and all on the beam. Exhibition just wrapping up here for Minnesota on the floor exercise. Carson Cronin.
Double tuck to finish off that floor routine.
Cronin's a sophomore from the state of Massachusetts. Again, Minnesota with a strong performance as a team on the floor to take the lead as we head to the third rotation. But another big moment in the young career of Missouri's Helen Hu. Her second straight 9.975. She continues to eye that perfect 10. Morgan Porter and Missouri heading to the floor exercise for the fourth rotation. Great moments in rotation number 3. Lexi Edwards, the 3-time junior national qualifier with a high score on the vault and a big hug for Ohio State. Helen Hu with another great score on the beam. We've got a close one as we head to the fourth rotation here in Columbia. A trail, but nipping at the heels of Minnesota as we head towards rotation number 3, along with our rotation number 4, pardon me. We just wrapped up rotation number 3 with former Missouri gymnast Bree Stevens. I'm Ben Arnett, and Boy, we thought we saw history. So close for Helen Hu on the beam.
I thought she had it. Missouri was a little shaky on beam. Hopefully they can get here on floor. Really strong rotation for them typically. Minnesota did a really nice job on floor, so making things tight here.
Yeah, the Gophers started a little slow, but they have really bounced back, and the number 11 team in the country has the lead by 25/100ths of a point as we head to rotation number 4. But let's take a look at the best of the best from rotation number 3, and a really nice story here for Ohio State. She was initially listed as the alternate, but Lexi Edwards pressed into the competitive lineup and a 9.925.
What a way to come into the vault lineup. Really nice stick.
She was a huge get on the recruiting trail for Ohio State, and so she comes up huge right there. On the bars, it is Lindenwood Bailey with a 9.8. And on a loper for Minnesota on the floor. Again, a great score for the Golden Gophers on the floor, 49.275 as a team. Helen Hu, though, this was the story of rotation number 3.
Started out with a really great bar routine and then takes it over to beam, which nearly had a 10, but again came in with that 9.975 just once more.
Second straight 9.975 for Hu on the beam. And that was huge for Missouri to finish strong. Missouri trailing Minnesota. Tigers will try to come back when we come back for the 4th and final rotation. Time for the 4th and final rotation. It's Missouri on the floor. Morgan Porter, one of the best to ever go on the floor for Missouri.
You talked about her power earlier. This is where she really gets to display it. Such powerful tumbling, really good amplitude, and always a really solid routine for Morgan.
9.85 last week against LSU as Missouri just came up short against the Bayou Bengals. She's got a career high 9.950 on the floor. And she will be the anchor for Missouri as Belle Gatula will lead off. Anna Schreiber, just saw toss the Tiger a second ago, will be number 2. Ellen Hu, 3rd, Alicia Sharametta, Hannah McCrary, and then Porter rounding things out. Missouri really trending upward on the floor. Their last 4 meets, they've been averaging a 49.213 as a team. Don't forget, speaking of teams, our all-team stream featuring all 4 teams at once is available here on the ESPN app. Just look for the Missouri, Ohio State, Minnesota, and Lindenwood link here on the ESPN app. First pass for Gatula.
Starts with a double pike. Really nice job. Almost had too much power, almost lost the control on the landing there. Belle has lots of animation throughout her floor routine. That's just her personality too. Really fun, bubbly, spunky.
Good way, good positive way to start out. That's why she's in this position.
Gets that energy going for the floor rotation. Loop series here, really nice job. Hitting those angles.
And then the dance move.
She'll finish here with a double tuck. Really nice start from Belle. Great control on that last double tuck for her.
Can't say enough about the way she finished there. She really attacked that final pass and finished strong.
Best way to go out on that floor routine. Really nail that last landing. Show that judge you had that routine. Here's that nice opening pass again. Lost the footing a little bit in that front foot, I should say. Judges can take a deduction for that.
Here's the last pass, though.
Absolutely solid. Great control. Knew where she was. And a big smile on the face.
Good start for Missouri. They trailed Minnesota coming into this final rotation. And Minnesota's on the vault, so they'll get done pretty quickly. Missouri will be able to look and see how much ground they have to make up. It was 25/100ths of a point coming into the final rotation. And here's Sienna Schreiber. Already has notched a 9.9 this year as a freshman.
A little under-rotated on that first pass there. Almost like she rushed the punch going into that double pike. These last two passes are important. She'll want to make sure she hits those landings. Minimizes the deductions. A punch Rudy into a back tuck. Typically, you'll see her do what's called a back layout step out of that. A few times this season, she has done a back tuck right out of that Rudy punch. I would guess likely her feeling off in that Rudy to begin with.
Look here at Schreiber after a 9.875 from Gatula.
You'll see here again that double pike. Short on that landing, couldn't get her feet under her.
It's Lexi Rambler on the vault for Minnesota, coming off back-to-back 9.85s.
And a stuck 1.5. That is, again, a 10-0 start value. So Lexi should see a nice score from that vault.
Large Minnesota contingent in town tonight. They have been boisterous. Here's another look at Rambler.
Beautiful form throughout. Ever so slightly bends her knees there, down not coming to the landing. So judges will probably take a deduction for that. But overall, excellent vault.
Now it's Helen Hu for Missouri.
She'll start with the front double twist. We'll see she took a step to the side there. Judges may take a deduction for that there. You want to see that step going directly in front of you, not out to the side.
Ronald Over getting ready to go on the vault here for Minnesota as Missouri continues to chase the Gophers. It's a 9.9 for Rambler.
Had a hop back. Great amplitude, really nice form throughout. Great vault from Minnesota. Helen's getting ready here for her last pass. Really nice front handspring right into a Rudy.
Helen Hu finishing up for Missouri. State's Olivia Apley on bars as the Buckeyes get close to wrapping up.
A stuck landing over on bars. Really nice job on that finish. Here's that front double again. Watch again how she takes a step to the side rather than directly in front of her. And then finishing there with that Rudy. Really nice job. Clean landing, great control. Overall, great routine from Helen.
She earns a 9.825 from the judges. Missouri's first three scores on the floor. 9.875 for Gatula, 9.7 for Schreiber, 9.825 for Hu, and now this is Sharametta.
She also does that front double, similar to Helen. You could see she was more stepping in front of her like you were wanting to see in that front double pass. Here she is doing the front Rudy into a back layout step out. Really nice job from Lisa. Breathing here, she gets prepared for that last tumbling pass. Really nice round off 1.5 into a front layout with a unique step out. Really great routine for Elisa there. Maybe lost a little control on that front double, but those other two passes were really solid.
Some challenges for her season high of 9.875 on the floor.
There's that Rudy into the layout step out again. Big smile on the face. And the unique finish, that step out of the front layout. Typically, gymnasts will land with their feet together. So just adds a little unique element into the routine.
Updated scores coming in. Sharametta 9.875 to match her season high. Third 9.875, or the second 9.875 for Missouri on the floor. Their third 9.8 or better. Now it's Hannah McCrary for Missouri. Already notched a 9.9 on floor this season. The current NQS just below that. Minnesota has wrapped up on the vault, 196.675 team score. Their second highest of the year.
Hannah has really nice difficulty in this routine. Front layout right into a Rudy. Great execution.
Multiple-time Division II All-American Ryan Henry on the beam in your lower left for Lindenwood.
Hannah's going into her second pass here. Double pike. Again, great control on that landing. She knows exactly where she is. Difficult pass to end on here for Hannah, but 2.5. So twisting 2.5 times in the air, a blind landing. So you really have to have that good air awareness, and she nails it. An excellent routine from Hannah.
Brings the crowd to life at the Hurt Center. They're waving those 10 signs again.
Ryan finishing with that stick over on beam. A lot to be excited about.
That was awesome from McCrary. Let's take another look.
Really nice double pike. That 2.5 again. Knows exactly where she is. Step straight forward as she should. Similar to those front doubles, you want to step forward or directly behind yourself out of those landings.
9.925 for Hannah McCrary, a new career high. And now, for the final time in her career, Morgan Porter on the floor in the Hearn Center.
She'll look to go out with a bang here. Nice double pike. Had a little foot movement there. You see her
Getting
teammates.
involved.
Yeah.
Always fun to see.
I bet if you challenged one of her teammates, they could do her full routine for her.
But would they be able to do it as well as she has? She has been Missouri's leader on the floor this year.
Certainly not without the power she has.
Here she goes.
And finishes here. Double tag.
Big smile. It was warming up for the floor when she suffered that injury those years ago. The long path back. She had center stage here tonight to finish up. Big hugs from her teammates. Big cheer from the crowd.
What a way to finish senior night.
Big time emotion from the senior. Her final moments competing in this building. What a way to finish.
Coming down from that adrenaline rush. I'm sure she's trying to hold back some tears there. Isn't that really nice? 1.5 into the front layout.
Nine 8-5 is the score. That tells the whole story.
Another senior from Missouri.
Mary Nicholson. This is an exhibition and a chance for her to shine on the big stage for the final time in the Hearn Center.
Front double, she couldn't quite get her landing underneath. Slightly under-rotated.
And the score's in, and on the momentum of McCrary with the 9.925 and Porter with the 9.850. Mizzou comes back and defeats Minnesota to take the top spot in this quad meet.
How exciting for the Tigers. Come back on that last and final rotation senior night. Clinching that win.
Another close one between the Tigers and the Gophers here in this building, and this time Missouri picks up the victory. So Nicholson gets to finish her final performance in her home with the knowledge that her team will walk away with the win here on senior night.
Teammates cheering her on for that final pass. Really great finish for Mary. That first pass got away from her a little bit, but man, she brought it back. Big bear hugs from the entire team.
Final is official. Missouri finishing strong on the floor exercise and finishing with a win in their home finale in 2020. All smiles for Morgan Porter and company. We'll come back to wrap it up at the Hearn Center in a moment. Well, the results are in. Number 20, Missouri, with a big-time victory in their home finale. They take the quad meet with a 196-775 team score. Welcome back courtside at the Hearn Center, along with former Missouri gymnast Bree Stevens. I'm Ben Arnett, and Bree, Missouri with the strong finish, and not only the team win, but the all-around individual winner as Helen Hu steps up once again.
We knew she was impressive, but that really just reiterates it. What an exciting night from gymnastics. We had a lot of bobbles here and there, but everyone came back ultimately, and Missouri was able to clinch that win.
Missouri finished strong on the floor to come back to defeat Minnesota for the team title. The all-around title goes to Helen Hu. Let's show you her night. She started with a 9-8 on ball.
Beautiful Yurchenko full. Fantastic bar routine.
And here on beam, on floor, the 9-8-2-5. Here she is on beam, her second straight 9-9-7-5.
Near perfection.
You gotta think after watching her tonight, she will get there before her career is over as she looks for that perfect 10. Here's the recap. Ohio State with a 9-9-2-5 from Alexis Edwards in her first ever college vault attempt. Highly regarded junior competitor coming out of high school, and what a moment for her here tonight. Helen Hu with the all-around title, 39-4-7-5, matches her career high, and she edges out two of the top 10 all-around competitors in the country in Anna Loper and Lexi Rambler, number 9 and 10 respectively in the nation. Rambler with the 39-4-0-5 overall score as Minnesota just edged out by Missouri.
So many exciting, positive things to take away from this meet here.
So Missouri comes up with the victory, a big night for Mizzou, the win on senior night. For Bree Stevens, I'm Ben Arnett saying so long from Columbia, Missouri. Remember, our women's gymnastics coverage on SEC Network Plus continues on Saturday, March 14th at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 Central, when these 20th-ranked Missouri Tigers travel to Athens, Georgia, to take on the 10th-ranked Gym Dogs, also available on the ESPN app. Once again, Mizzou with the win in this quad meet. A victory over Minnesota, Ohio State, and Lindenwood. The team score of 196-775. This has been a presentation of ESPN.